Hey guys, welcome to TMPS Nightcap. I'm doing something a little different tonight. I have this new Yeti Blue mic, so I don't have to have the microphone in front of my face. Ooh, let me get my jacket on. You can see I'm not wearing any pants. Just wanted it on a little early. Jay, is that you? Can you hear me? Just trying to see if this microphone works before we get started. If not, I'll go to my other stuff. But yeah, I picked up this new, so I'm going to start doing some more YouTube stuff, some more videos. And I thought this microphone is better. I could put it just in the middle of the table. I'm not going to do the videos here. I don't have to have the headphones on and this microphone and all that. I just want to see if Jason's going to come on. So, I mean, the little thing here is telling me that there's sound going in, but I just don't know if you guys can hear me because I don't have my headphones. It's a whole new thing here. It's a whole new thing. See if anyone's going to come on and watch. You know what I should do? I just play the music right here. I'll play it a little bit. We got to see. I just texted Jason. Tonight, I am wearing a Vostok Amphibia. It is a Russian diver's watch. Very inexpensive, but a classic piece. Has a cult following. I bought two of them, actually. The one with the teal face, the classic one with the scuba diver on it, and then a blue one with a blue face. Because they're inexpensive, so I bought two. Where's Jay, man? We got a serious topic tonight. Serious topic. Oh, it's so weird not having the headphones in. I mean, I can use headphones with this, but I bought it so I don't have to. He's probably watching hockey. It's playoff hockey right now. So it's big stuff going on. The Pittsburgh Penguins won last night. Good for them. I wish we would have been doing a show during it. Or, but we'll have a show coming out, and Jason, we'll do some live commentary or some commentary on it, because by the time we do the show Friday, there'll be Tuesday's game and Thursday's game. So we'll have two games to talk about. Hopefully they'll both be Penguins wins. Hopefully. All right, let's see how this music sounds. I need to get one of those things where it says like starting in 5 minutes and there's like a countdown or something. Jason, is that you? Can you hear me? Is the microphone working? If someone's watching, can you hear me? Is it working? It's a new microphone. New input. I started early so I can see if it's actually working. Hey, Robin, can you hear me? There you are. Good, good, good. Just waiting for Jason to get on. I got this new microphone so him and I can make YouTube videos. You just set this between us when we make YouTube videos, and it picks up both of us. I just picked it up today, but I'm testing it out tonight on the live show. He's probably watching hockey. He's watching the hockey. He was very excited. We had wings tonight. Very excited about last night's game. Hopefully we'll have another good one tomorrow. Malkin's a beast. Pulling out in what was it, triple overtime? Yeah. I hope that's indicative of oh yeah, I mean Malkin is just he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. What a great player. Seriously. This thing is not easy to move. It's in the frame. He score. He is score. That's so funny. What a funny character. Man, I would love for him and Crosby to get one more cup, and then they can just sail off into the distance, retire. Future Hall of Famers up there with the best of the best. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be so nice to get one more cup. But I got to say, we're very lucky. 3 cups under the Crosby regime. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Back to back. Unreal. My favorite is the 08-09. I absolutely loved. We lost one, we won one. I loved it. Just absolutely loved those Stanley Cups with Detroit. So great. Not to say 16 and 17 weren't great. I mean, obviously those were fantastic, but man, I just remember that team back then with Crosby and Malkin and like Kennedy and Matt Cook and all those guys. So great. Really fantastic. All right, here we go. All right, welcome to TMPS Nightcap. It is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day, but unfortunately, we're not going to be talking about Star Wars. We're going to be talking about something a lot more serious, though they did release the Obi-Wan Kenobi show trailer, and Darth Vader does make an appearance, and not entirely, and not his whole body, but parts, and he's definitely in it. And basically, so I was talking to Jason about this tonight. You know, if you watch the movies, when Obi-Wan Kenobi ends the fight with Anakin, now Lord Vader, chops off his legs, etc., you know, Obi-Wan leaves. He doesn't know what happens to Anakin. For all he knows, Anakin is dead. So what they imply in this trailer for the new Kenobi show is that at some point he's brought face to face with Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker, and I guess becomes aware that he is still alive, and not only alive, but now in this life-sustaining suit. Because if you remember in the original movie, Luke Skywalker asks Obi-Wan what happened to his father, and he goes, a young Jedi, Darth Vader, killed him, as if they're two separate people. So obviously, Obi-Wan is aware. But how is he aware? And I think in this series, we're going to find out how he is aware that Darth Vader is alive and, doing his thing. And it is Anakin Skywalker, So, they show Vader getting his arm put on because he has the one robot arm, and then getting the suit put on, and then getting that little pack on his front. And then you hear the, you hear the breathing. And then they go to Obi-Wan Kenobi looking up. And it implies that he's looking up at Darth Vader for, I'm assuming, the first time. But unfortunately, we're not here to talk about Star Wars. We're here to talk about a much more serious topic. And if you've been living under a rock, then you're not aware that an unprecedented thing happened in this country. An opinion from the Supreme Court was leaked. And it wasn't just any opinion. It was an opinion that would embolden the leftist progressive wackos in this country. Because the Democrats know they're going to get slaughtered in November. So they had to do something to try to beef up their election, beef up their support, beef up their voter turnout. You might know that abortion, Roe V Wade, is on the table for this court. And apparently Justice Alito wrote an opinion that would potentially be overturning Roe v. Wade, saying, in the opinion, egregiously wrong from the start and must be overruled. Roe v. Wade gave the constitutional right to abortion, but is it really in the Constitution? If you read the Bible, abortion's not mentioned. Okay. But any Christian knows it's murder, it's wrong, and it's horrible. It's ending a life. It's terrible. It's genocide. I found from, where is it? I wrote it down here. Okay. The Human Coalition says 55 million lives have been lost due to abortion. And then the World Health Organization says 73 million abortions. Oh my gosh, I can't even read my own handwriting. Each year. Oh, worldwide. 73 million abortions worldwide each year. And, I was kind of curious. I was reading here. Oh, and just real quick, before we go on, so basically this opinion, 5 judges voted to overturn Roe v. Wade: Clarence Thomas, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barnett. So, the conservative judges basically, and that, Justice Roberts, I think, he didn't want to. Again, this is all based on this leak. We don't even know if this is a real opinion or not. Like, we really don't know. Justice Roberts said this is not gonna, this is not gonna affect the court in any way. Yeah, Roberts did not want to completely overturn it, so I guess he was going to write the dissent. But we don't even know if this is real. For all we know, Alito asked one of his law clerks, hey, write me an opinion overturning it, and asked another law clerk, write me an opinion not overturning it. We'll look at them, study them, and it's an exercise. It's a learning exercise. But guys, no matter what this is, let's say it is true. This is a political move by the Dems. Obama, Clinton, someone. The Dems know they're going to get destroyed in November, and they're trying to energize their base. They're trying to get all the girls out there with armpit hair to vote and get their friends to vote. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. I really don't. And if it is overturned, all it's going to do is send it down to the states. It's going to be a state thing. Oh, it's very loud, Jay. It's very loud. Oh, I don't know how to make it not loud. Hold on. I asked Jay to. Is it a good loud or a bad loud? Anyway. And Justice Roberts is going to have a marshal of the court investigate. So I was wondering, how they justified back in 1973 that it was constitutional for abortion. I was wondering that. So I looked it up. 14th Amendment. Now, the 14th Amendment was also used to justify same-sex marriage, and it had something to do with the Gore-Bush thing with the presidency, but I'm assuming I don't know how, but that's what it listed. All persons born. Now, the 14th Amendment was in 1868 after the Civil War. So this was all about freeing the slaves, African Americans getting full rights as citizens, etc. All persons born or naturalized in the United States, and so born in the United States, slaves were born in the U.S., well, not the first ones who came from Africa, but subsequent, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So it's very interesting to hear the phrase, deprive any person of life. So that was used to basically, and it's all this about this freedom of personal choice. I read that in an article. They mentioned freedom of personal choice. And I was hoping to read that phrase in the 14th Amendment, but it's not there. So I'm not sure why they had quoted freedom of personal choice. And I'm wondering if that's from the actual opinion, if that's from the Supreme Court's document, not necessarily from the amendment itself. But it's so funny to read, deprive any person of life. And here's what it comes down to in the abortion debate. Liberals dehumanize the human growing in the womb as just a clump of cells or a fetus, which it is. But even the word fetus to me dehumanizes what it actually is. A human being. And that's what it comes down to. This lady says, deprive any person of life. And what is abortion but depriving a person of life? But when you don't believe an unborn child is alive and you dehumanize them, it's very easy to commit this genocide of 73 million abortions worldwide each year, according to the World Health Organization. How trustworthy have they been in the past couple years? But obviously, we've had a lot of reaction to this. Oh, and then again, this also applied to same-sex marriage in 2015. They used the same amendment. Again, it's all about, listen, when you read this, does it mention abortion or same-sex marriage? Obviously not. But it's like reading the Bible or anything like religious text. You have an interpretation. You read it and then apply it to a situation. Deprive any person of life. That's insane that it says that. But it was used to support a woman's right, constitutional right, to kill an unborn baby. But there it is. Now, again, we don't know if this is true. And if it is real, Robert said it's not going to change the court's mind. All these marching and things, and Elizabeth Warren, who's a wackadoodle. Chief Elizabeth Warren, our favorite Native American senator. Total idiot. Going up, screaming, pointing her finger, riling up the crowd. She basically it's the poor versus the rich. Class warfare. That if Roe v. Wade is overturned, it shall send abortion back to the states to decide, which means the red states will ban abortion. The blue states will have abortion out the wazoo. All 9-month abort, and no matter when you can abort the child. Partial, it could be halfway out. Kill it. I don't want it. And that the poor will not have the ability to get to a blue state financially, but the rich will be able to abort children willy-nilly because they have the cash, if they're in Alabama, to go up to New York or California to get their abortion, which will most likely be government subsidized by the state, because that's what the libs want. See, this is my real thing. I'm pro-life. I think abortion is murder. But again, I don't want my taxpayer dollars killing unborn children. Okay, I understand the need for safe medical abortions if needed, because they say, oh, we're going to have back alley abortions, coat hangers, it's going to be killing women, etc. I saw this thing, it was a poster that said like abortions didn't start with Roe v. Wade, but women dying stopped with Roe v. Wade or something. So I understand that if a woman wants an abortion, she's going to get it, legal or not, in a good medical environment or not. And that's a real hard thing. It's really tough. It is a tough subject. But it's insane that, most liberals are godless, but abortion is their religion. Abortion is healthcare. That is their slogan. Abortion is healthcare. That's horrible. How could that be true? To do no harm. And what is abortion? They dismember the child in the womb and pull it out and sell the body parts. How is that health care? Abortion, the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy. And that's health care. It's sick. Abortion is a religion. It's one of their great religious precepts. To be a liberal, you must support the unregulated use of abortion forever, all 9 months. Doesn't matter when. What if someone wants to kill their child at 3? Why do we stop in the womb, libs? Oh, 3-year-old and you don't want your kid? Take it in for a full birth abortion. Why not? Why not? And libs also want it at the other end too. They want full government control of healthcare so they can decide that if my grandma at 94 is sick in the hospital, well, we're not willing as the government who controls healthcare to keep your grandma alive anymore. She's 94. She's had a good life. Time to put grandma down. Death panels, I think. That was big when Palin. That was a big thing with Sarah Palin, death panels. But liberals would love that kind of power. They'd absolutely eat it up. They want it. They want to be able to decide who lives and who dies. Because if they're willing to commit genocide in the womb, don't you think the elderly, they don't stand a chance? If the government had to make a decision on my grandma's health care at 94, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to give her the life-saving surgery? the life-saving procedure, the life-saving medicine. No, they're willing to kill people in the womb. Well, kill them when they're 90. They've lived a good life. They're a burden on society now. It's absolutely insane. But it's a tough topic because, pregnancy, isn't just about the life of the child, but, if not aborting means the woman's going to die, rape, incest, they love bringing that up, even though it's really the fringes of abortions are rape and incest. It's not like all abortions are because of rape and incest. The liberals love to take those small cases, the small percentage, and use it to justify the killing of unborn babies. But it's tough. It's really tough because, it should, if it's done, it should be safe. I also don't think it should be done in a strip mall at Planned Parenthood. I think it should be a legit medical procedure in a hospital. And I don't think it should be government funded. I don't want my taxpayers going to killing a unborn baby. I really, really don't. Joy Behar called for a sex strike. A sex strike. Women, no more sex until we have Roe v. Wade. It's still good right now, but let's say it's overturned. Sex strike until we get Roe v. Wade back. Which honestly, that's not how the court works. If they overturn Roe v. Wade, it's gone. You just can't get it back just because Biden appoints another Supreme Court justice. It's not like you get Roe v. Wade back just because now we have a liberal majority on the court. You have to have a case. You just can't overturn something. You have to have a case in front of the Supreme Court that could overturn it. You just can't, the Supreme Court doesn't wake up one day and reverse an opinion. It's not how the courts work. But a sex strike, people, no more sex. Joy Behar says, close your legs, lady, until we have abortion back. Seeing Elizabeth Warren, just go watch Elizabeth Warren. Does it sound good? Does the mic sound good, Jay? Anyway, Pocahontas. Go watch Elizabeth Warren lose her mind over this. It's pathetic. She's an idiot. Good, I'm glad it's clear. Screaming her head off about this. And it's so funny because it's all calculated. It's all a circus. We don't even know if this is the actual opinion, if this is what's actually been decided. We don't even know. But I have to tell you, if you hand this amendment to someone, yeah, The View is garbage. How The View is still on. Hey, Jason, how many abortions has Whoopi Goldberg had? These women who celebrate their abortions. Can you imagine? No, we should. Our mission for the Michael Pinchak Show, TMPS, should be to get them off the air. That should be, she said 7. Whoopi Goldberg, 7 abortions, and she's proud. Look what I did, people. Look how I aided society by killing my unborn children. Multiple. But you hand this amendment to someone and have them read it. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Okay? Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Basically giving you the okay for the death penalty. So you could deprive someone of life as long as you have process of law. So if a jury finds someone guilty of murder and then agrees they should have the death penalty, then you can deprive them of their life. Putting someone in jail deprives them of liberty. You steal something, you're deprived of your property. Nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So I can see maybe how they might say, okay, due process of law. If the law now says abortion's constitutional, you can deprive an unborn person of their life. But that's a stretch. Deprive any person of life. We should make a banner. Deprive any person of life, 14th Amendment. That's what we should do. And while making that banner, we should then get The View off the air. We should mention that every single show. Stop watching The View. Get it off the air. Pronto. Pronto. Who watches The View and is like, wow, they're really smart. They have great opinions on things. I'm so happy I'm watching Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. I want to meet that person who's like tuning in every day thinking, wow, someone who thinks like me. Can you imagine Elizabeth Warren? The scary thing is that not only that Elizabeth Warren believes what she believes, and I believe they want to pass something in the Senate to make abortion legal for all 9 months. So basically, they're going to gear up to create laws that even if Roe v. Wade is struck down, it's not like abortion goes away. But you have to understand that. It's not like abortion disappears. It's not like every Planned Parenthood has to shut down. It's left to the states now. And if a state has laws that have, things, laws for abortion, I mean, it's not like they stop. All Roe v. Wade did was give women the constitutional right of abortion, like the constitutional right of same-sex marriage, which makes it legal nationally. It takes it away from the states. A state can't make a law banning same-sex marriage because it's constitutional. Again, based on this 14th Amendment. We should read more into this 14th Amendment because it's incredible that they take that and you can extrapolate from it not only the right for abortion, but the right to same-sex marriage. But it's like anything, it's all about interpretation. And then, my favorite thing. So as we all know, the liberals, they love it. Men can have babies too. All right. Honestly, if you've been legally determined a man and you can still get pregnant, that doesn't make sense to me. Like all the testosterone you've taken, maybe you've had a double you've had both of your breasts removed. What is that called? Mastectomy? Oh my God, I'm having the words there, but I don't know how to say it. But you still menstruate. Wouldn't that stop if you're turning into a man? With the testosterone and all of that. I mean, I'm talking if you're legitimately transitioning. I'm not talking about a woman who's just call me he, him, and has done nothing hormonally. I'm talking about someone who's like legitimately transitioning from a female to a male. You would think that the processes which allow a woman to become pregnant would stop. But whatever. However, Gavin Newsom, the Lifetime movie villain from California, said that if men could get pregnant, we wouldn't even be talking about this. So now apparently men can't get pregnant. Maybe the memo didn't get all the way to California that the East Coast liberal elites said, no, look, Biden's Supreme Court nominee couldn't even define what a woman is. She's not a biologist. Couldn't even define what a woman is. So how could they determine if a man could have a baby? They don't even know. They don't know what's going on. Liberals have screwed themselves over so horribly by all of this woke, progressive gender nonsense. that they can't even define a woman. You have Gavin Newsom saying if men could have babies, we wouldn't be talking about this. Well, apparently to liberals, men can have babies because a biological female could become legally a man and therefore get pregnant and have a baby as a man. But I don't understand if you're transitioning from female to male, how you're still able to have a child. I saw this video of this female transitioning to a male that basically is like, I'm living as a male and forgot that I still have a uterus and forgets to prep for her period. And it's incredible that this person who's transitioning from female to male, I mean, I'm sorry, but like that's still going to happen until you get rid of it. And I'm assuming the women who transition to male, I'm assuming, I'm not a biologist, I'm not a doctor, that if you're taking testosterone and you're becoming a male, that eventually you lose the ability to have kids. You lose that process. Maybe not. I don't know. Can you imagine you're like a dude, you look like a dude, you got a beard, you know, they take testosterone and get like square jaws. They start to bald like me, but they still have a vagina. And they still menstruate. That's so bizarre. There was like a call to like making feminine products less feminine. So the transitioning trans men who still need to buy feminine products aren't buying like pink and purple packaging to make like manly, more masculine, feminine products. Guys. Do you remember the 90s, how great the 90s were? When a man was a man, a woman was a woman. Our president was getting BJs in the Oval Office. He could define a woman, I'll tell you that. Ask Bill Clinton what a woman is. He'll tell you. Now we don't know what the hell is going on. We got a president who probably has to be... Someone has to probably hold his hand just to walk him to the frickin' bathroom. Kamala Harris is an idiot. Elizabeth Warren's, flapping her lips. Crazy shit. Joy Behar, sex strike. We don't know what's what anymore. And we got real problems. If they're worried about this, the world's got real problems. But this is what they want to focus on. And it's all political. I know for a fact that either a liberal judge, someone told someone to leak this on purpose, specifically because it's an October surprise in May. It is to embolden the liberal base to sow the slaughter in November of the Democrats is not so great. But I don't think it's going to work. Elizabeth Warren is an idiot. Pocahontas. That's what this all is about. This is unprecedented. This is how low the Dems and liberals are going. That they would compromise the security and the legitimacy of the Supreme Court of the United States. That's how low they are willing to go. Imagine. That's what's going on here. That's who's in power. But not for long. We need term limits. I used to not be for term limits. I thought, hey, if they run, they win. It's the people's choice, whatever, Senate, Congress. But you look at the leaders, McConnell, Schumer, Pelosi, it's a nursing home. Biden. Now, I don't know about putting an age limit on on running. I'm not sure about that because you could have someone the same age as Biden who seems spry and very up to the challenge of being president. Guys, but we all know Biden is a Trojan horse. He's not running the country. Obama's just watch that video of Obama at the White House. That's all you need to see. Watch that video. Biden was an afterthought. No one even spoke to him. They all spoke to Obama. Who do you think's really running the country right now? Biden? Him and the Easter Bunny are walking around the White House. He's not making decisions. He called the Make America Great Again movement, the MAGA, which he said mega. He said mega Republicans. Then he MEGA. Then he had to correct himself. MAGA Republicans is the most extreme political movement in U.S. history. How? What are you talking about? The Trump supporters, the MAGA people, are the most extreme political movement in U.S. history? That's insane. It's all bullshit. He doesn't even write this stuff. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He has no idea. No idea. Total craziness, people. Total, absolute nut job craziness. I hope Roe v. Wade's overturned, but I'm telling you guys, the civil war that's coming, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. How is this country going to move forward when the divides are so phenomenal that political ideology is to this level? Well, I should say this. I think for a normal, everyday American, it's not like this. But, this gets leaked, and now we have marches in the street. We have rallies and everything. The minority can be very, very loud, but it doesn't mean they're right. And it doesn't mean it reflects the nation's opinion, on a whole. You could have 1,000 women screaming about abortion, or just people in general, not just women. But that doesn't mean it's the whole country's opinion. You could have Elizabeth Warren screaming her head off in front of 100 girls with armpit hair. But that doesn't mean it, and it's on the news, but that doesn't mean it reflects the nation's opinion. They're loud, and that's the problem. What did Nixon have? The silent majority. People in New York City said, I don't know one person who voted for Richard Nixon. How could he have possibly won? Because they're in their bubble. They're in their own heads. Now, I saw a poll that the majority of Americans do not support Roe v. Wade. They think it should be overturned. And then I've seen polls that say the majority of Americans support keeping Roe v. Wade. So obviously, the thing about polls is they only ask like 2,000 people out of 300, 400 million. So I don't know how these polls could be remotely accurate. I mean, I don't really believe in polls too much. But it's been law since 1973. I hate when they say settled law. I don't know if it's settled law. Is any law settled? I guess maybe don't murder people. I'm sure there are. But Supreme Court decisions can be overturned. And if I was the lawyer, I would go, Justices of the Supreme Court, nor shall any state deprive any person of life. Abortion is not health care. Abortion is murder. It is the taking of a human life. And to say abortion is health care is ridiculous. And I should not deprive any person of life. Funny says, nor shall any state deprive. Very interesting. Did I miss anything I wanted to say? I did not, I don't think. This is it's tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. Because on one, as much as I hate abortion and think it's disgusting, I think one of the other big issues is that if you make a determination on when life begins, if it's not from conception, then that line is blurry. You can move that line anywhere you want. Life must begin at conception, because if not, it's up to opinion, and that's not good enough. Life shouldn't be up to opinion. It should be up to biology. I just love how liberals were like, they're so pro science, but when it comes to immunizations, I guess they're pro science, Fauci and the rest, the World Health Organization, but gender, not biological. XY chromosomes or whatever. No, we're not going to pay attention to that science. We're going to let you be him, her, she, him. If you want to be a tree, you could be a tree. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's all about politics. It's all about votes. It's all about staying in office. It's all about crap. There's no reality in Washington, guys. Very little reality, and it's just the way it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. I think that's enough. It's very sad. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if overturning it's the right decision. I think it's a bad law, especially after reading the amendment. I don't think it's great. I think there should be no, my God, when Biden doesn't know what door to use, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching TMPS Nightcap. I did have a drink here, Bacardi and Diet, just, a little drink before bed. Biden's got his aviators on. He thinks he's cool. Thinks he's like Top Gun Maverick. Oh my God. Biden's like that grandfather who peacefully passes away in his sleep, but the passengers in the car die yelling and screaming. That is... Guys, that is really something. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on the news. There definitely is going to be an investigation. I read that whoever leaked this, it could even be like a federal crime. I'm not really sure what all of that is, but we'll keep you guys updated. Look for a new podcast coming out this weekend. Remember to head over to tmpspodcast.com. Check out my YouTube content, my podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Please subscribe and hit the bell for my YouTube channel so every time I go live, you get to know when that is happening. And again, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.